In this lesson we're gonna learn the intro of the song Castles Made of Sand that was originally released by the Jimi Hendrix Experience on the album Axis, Bold as Love in 1967. So before the start of what I consider the intro, what I refer to as the intro in this lesson, there is some backwards guitars and a thing fading in, and before we proceed with the actual intro, I'm just going to show you a suggestion how you can do that if you want to play the song with a band or something. So the way I do this part is, well, pretty similar I think to what is there, but without the fade in and the effects. So you can hear he's using this chord. And it's, you place the index finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You then create a power chord. So you take the 4th finger to the 5th fret of the first string. So you got 3rd fret of the 2nd, 5th fret of the 1st, and then you take the ring finger, the 3rd finger, to the 5th fret of the 5th fret of the 4th string, like that. So you got 3 notes, and you block this note. That is, you block the 3rd string. And what you do is you're simply going to move this chord around. And in this move I refer to where you put the index finger. So now we got the index finger on the 3rd fret. So, and we're going to move the same chord around. So you're going to move it to the 1st fret, index finger on the 1st fret, back to the 3rd, and then you're going to move it up to the 6th fret, to the 8th fret, back to the 3rd, and back to the 3rd, and 1st and 3rd. So it's going to be 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 6th, 8th, 6th, 3rd, 1st, 3rd, or like this. So, and what you're going to do is you're going to strike the chord, and then you're going to slide to the next one. So that's the principle throughout. So if you do that, apply that to these chords, you get this pattern. So it's the movements I described, and you give it a stroke, you slide to the next, give it a stroke, slide to the next. So. And then you stop on the 3rd fret, and you do a pull off from the 5th string, from the 5th fret of the 1st string to the 3rd. You bar the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So you do like that. So the part will sound like this: 3, 4. And you can sort of choose the speed of your liking here. So you might want to practice just by yourself, or you can try using the upcoming practicing video. step 1 we encounter a very cool but a bit tricky motion. So we are starting out with, you want to start with the thumb or with the, I noted I start this one on the first finger. I bet Hendrix did it with the thumb. So what we're going to do first now is we're going to play with an upbeat from 4 on 2 8 notes. And you're going to slide up to the 7th fret. And then go to the 5th fret of the 5th string. And then to the 7th fret of the 4th string. So we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. And then after here you're going to move your hand so you get a barre on the 7th fret of the 2nd and 3rd and perhaps also 4th. So we get. And here you're going to do a drill, a pull off, a hammer on and pull off on the 7th and to the 10th with the pinky on the second string. Hammer on, pull off, and then you go to the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So the motion so far looks like this: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So, but the catch is, as you move from here and place the barre, this note keeps sustaining and it just moves it. So, as your pick goes to the 2nd fret, you're also doing a slide. So, as the slide arrives on the 9th fret, you're gonna play the and the drill. So as you come here, you should lift the 3rd finger to keep it pressed down and slide it up. So the motion sounds like this: 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, and it can be a little bit tricky to get your head around. And I think a strategy would be to first learn to play it, and then just focusing on keeping the finger down if you have trouble doing this motion. But anyhow, so you can practice both versions to this video, first without the slide and then add it in afterwards. So here you go. In step 2, we add beat 4, so we got this far: 3, 1, 2, 3. And what you do here now, you got all these notes sustaining, so you lift the 3rd finger, so you got the 3rd finger on, so you get the 7th fret of the 4th string there, and you keep everything pressed down, and you add on the 10th fret of the 5th string. So you play. So 7th on the 4th, 10th of the 5th, and back to 7th on the 4th, and then 7th of the 3rd. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3. So, and these notes, they are somewhat sustaining together, but you have this that you want to bring out, so don't make it sound like a chord. So I'm going to play it once more. 3, 1, 2, 3. So I would perhaps on the last note lift the index. I feel like to me the melody gets wrong if it, but I seem to remember hearing them sustain all the way through in the original recording. But never mind, try it out here. In the next step, we slide up to the 5th fret of the 6th string, and you play 5th fret of the 6th string, and then you take the index on the 3rd fret of the 5th, so you get, and then I think my fingering is that you play first you play the 5th fret of the 4th and 3rd string. But I don't do this one with the bar. I do. There, so you get the 5th fret of the 6th string, 3rd fret of the 5th, and then 5th fret of the 4th and 3rd string. And then I switch to the bari on the 5th fret of the 3rd and 4th string. And now we are going to play a melody that goes. So you get this. And we are going to add the note on the 5th fret of the 5th string as well. So you get this 3, 4. And from here you press down the 6th fret of the 6th string, and you do a power chord. So you get the 6th fret of the 6th, and you get the 8th fret of the 5th. And you arpeggiate string 6, 5, 4 up to the index, where the index that is on the 5th fret of the 4th. So you get this 3, 4. So, and picking wise, as I've said in other Hendrix lessons, I get the impression that he's using a lot of downstrokes. But I'm not sure. While I've noted things mostly as downstrokes here, but find comfortable solutions. So step 3 once more. 3, 4. So in step 3 we move from, and then we end up move to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. You may do this with the thumb, or you may do it with the index finger. I have written, I think, with the index, but I play it with the thumb. That's life. So what you do, you play 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then the octave above, which will give you the 5th fret of the 4th string. Like that, and you let the first note sustain. And then we move to the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and we are going to do just a single note, hammer on, and move to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. So and you play down, up. So you get 3, 4. And then you slide up to the 7th fret, and you play Bari over 5th fret of string 4 and 3. So you get 3, 4. And then you play the 6th fret of the 6th string, and yet once more the Bari on the 5th fret of the string 3 and 4. So the entire step 4 sounds like this. 3, 4. And the intro ends with step 5, and in step 5 we're doing a variation of what we did in step 4. So we start up in the same way, but in addition to the octave, the 5th fret of the 4th string, we're going to add a major 3rd, which would give you the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So we play. So then comes this, but with the added Bari. So you get both 3rd fret of both string 4 and 3. So you get, and then the slide to the 7th fret, and yet another Bari on the 5th fret. So you get from the start 3, 4, and then we play the 6th fret, but it doesn't proceed back to the 5th fret Bari like we did in step 5. In step 4. So step 5 will sound like this. 3, 4. Sorry, 3, 4. 3, 4. I used to play that a little differently before I did this more accurate transcription, and it kind of shows up. old habits. So anyhow, here you go, step 5.